Who said Fortnite was dead? I probably did. If you're like me and you haven't played Fortnite in probably a good 3 to 4 years, you might be a little surprised to jump in now and see what's going on. Like I mentioned in my last video, I did jump in about 6 months ago and was still relatively surprised by what I saw. You know, they just added the no build mode, which I think was a good addition, especially at this point in time. You know, the game's been out for quite a while now, and not only is the game reaching that point where you're probably over it if you're not in love with it, but also if you do want to go back and play it, so many people are so good at the building, you may just see that and be totally discouraged to play. You know, there's things to be argued like MMR, skill-based matchmaking, these type of things to make sure you're not in lobbies where you get pub stomped every single time by some 12-year-old who only is playing Fortnite and pro building. But still, the building mechanic may not have been attractive to you in the first place. And I was sort of in between that and kind of liked it and kind of hated it at the same time because I wasn't anything great back in the day. I would have liked to be good at it. I think that's kind of just my personality and why in a minute I'm going to touch on Apex Legends and why I feel like I have a love-hate relationship with the game. But I think it comes down to my personality type and who I am as a gamer, especially today. So Fortnite. I feel like today it's casual enough to go in and be able to do okay. You know, there's nothing crazy going on as far as the building goes. There is a lot of things crazy going on as far as Kamehameha and the cloud thing, which based on yesterday was my only day, my 4 hours playing since, you know, who knows when, besides 6 months ago. It's a little bit crazy, but kind of a fun little flair. Every game's kind of got that fun flair in it nowadays, right? I mean, Apex Legends, you got a bunch of abilities, stuff going crazy, which has kind of been the same for the entire lifespan of the game, but they add new ones and change them up here and there, whatever. Overwatch, kind of similar, not really comparable. Then there's like Warzone, you know, there's weird stuff going on there too. Events like the Godzilla thing, you know, just, I don't know. It's hard to keep up with anymore. And I haven't really been playing battle royales but much lately. So, I mean, there's another factor. But the fact I can go in and do okay, get some kills, whether or not they were bots is up for debate. Most likely, a lot of them were bots. But I still think I had a good time without being sweated on, like, immensely, you know. And maybe it'll get to a point where my MMR or whatever gets back to a point where I am facing real people who are actually kind of good at the game. So, who knows? This is based on one play session, so I don't know. I guess I'm kind of just honestly a little excited because I had a good time in Fortnite, and I really did not expect myself to be saying this since the last 2 or 3 years. Well, things as stale as they are in the gaming scene as of right now in August 2022, I feel like it was a good refresher, you know? And like I was saying, Apex Legends, I kind of don't know where to be on that game. I want to be good at it. I really wish I could have fun with it, but when I do play, I feel clumsy. Like I mentioned, I think it was it's my personality type I like to be good at stuff, and I'm sure everyone does to an extent. But for me, I like to be good at stuff but not really put the time in, and that's where I think a lot of things in my life start to go downhill, is because you have to put the time in. You know, practice makes perfect. Everyone knows and has heard that, and it's true to an extent. You know, put the hours in, give it the repetitions, and you'll be better. It's just like an undeniable fact. The more you do something, the better, more familiar you get with it. And it's the same thing with gaming, of course. I rarely ever play Apex, and it's one of those games, one of those skills that you most definitely have to hone. The movement is off the wall, especially after changing inputs. I mentioned this in my last video. I switched to keyboard and mouse about 2 years ago, pretty much full stop, after, you know, using controllers my entire life since I was like 4. And so that's been a change, and especially with my familiarity with FPS games. You know, you feel like you know how to play a game so well, like the back of your hand, but when your input changes and you literally don't know what to do with your hands, it's definitely a weird feeling. If you don't believe me and you've never done it, try it out. I promise you it'll be a little weird for a while. Combined with not playing a lot in the last 2 years, it hasn't been the easiest thing, and I was never an amazing Apex player to begin with, you know, on controller before my handicap started. And you may argue, you know, PC, the mouse and keyboard gives you an advantage over controller players in certain ways, and well, I think that's true. I don't think it's changed me skill-wise very heavily because of those things, because of the lack of time and patience I have with it. You know, I'll go on and play a couple games you know, play for a week or two at a time, not even very much at once, just in the time period. I'll be like, okay, I'll hop on tonight, hop on in a couple days, hop on with a friend, whatever, and then it'll kind of be gone for a while, even though I'll watch some videos, I'll think about it, you know, be like, I feel like I could be that good, but I don't put the time in. And this is like a multifaceted thing, you know. I could go into depth about it, or I could ramble forever like I do always. But, you know, it's just one of those things, like commentary, like I'm doing now. I haven't been doing it for quite some time on my own, just talking to the mic, talking to whoever, whatever, on my own. I've been doing it with Evan, but that's like a conversation. That's bouncing off of something. It's a completely different game. Video editing, I've been editing more, but the complexity of my edits haven't been very good. So I'm doing this on purpose because I want to pump out more content with less effort on me and less pushback, like mental wise, because I do have a thing with putting things off because it seems like a lot of work and I want things to be perfect. So I want to be in the optimal situation to make a perfect something. And so a lot of times things just don't get done, and I want to change that. It's just, you know, personal flaw, I guess, or something I want to try and fix or try to steer into better. And same goes with gaming. You know, you want to put in the hours and get good at a game, but if you don't actually put in those hours, whether or not it's going to make a difference or not, you're going to see no difference. You're not going to see a consistent difference. And I think recently it's just been kind of a, well, what am I going to get out of that time? I feel like it's going to be wasted. I'm not, you know, on the verge of going pro. I'm not on the verge of 50,000 subscribers or something that will actually get me some real tangible reward or results, other than feeling like I'm getting better. At this time of my life, that's not where I need to focus. So I don't think Apex is it for me. But I honestly wish it was. What the point of bringing it up is, not sure. This is my channel. This is what I'm doing. I'm rambling. You're gonna listen. If you're not, then you're not. I mean, I'm not expecting anything of it, honestly. I'm trying to bring it back. And today I wanted to talk about Fortnite and I guess battle royales as a whole, and my experience with it, because that's all I got. I'm not trying to do anything fancy here. Moral of the story: jumping into Fortnite, it seems more feasible. The barrier of entry is much lower, than slide canceling, doing the tap strafing, whatever the advanced mobility is. It's not present or not as prominent here in Fortnite. And I think that is pretty much the overall premise of an idea of Fortnite. It's casual, at least it, sort of is. And it's one of those things that most everyone can get into, I think. Maybe not most everyone. Most gamers, maybe that's a weird claim. I don't know. But it seems just to be like that, because with all the younger people and people who just generally wouldn't be playing video games, most likely, have given this game a shot and had fun with it. I remember my cousins, who the majority of them weren't really gamers. I mean, three out of 4 of them were females, and they all played at some point. Might have just been like Fortnite was such a cultural phenomenon 4 or 5 years ago. Probably that's what it is, but I doubt they play it anymore. But the point is, a lot of people who normally wouldn't be playing got into the game at some point. Kind of reminds you of Mario Kart or maybe Smash Bros. Some of these games that are just like anyone can enjoy it. Anyone with an asterisk, I guess. Going back again, is Fortnite dead? I don't think so. I don't think it's far from that. I feel like I heard that recently with some change to the game or just something spittering out. I can't remember where I heard that. I don't know if I actually heard that, but it's just a thought in my head. And I'm going to say no. Like, with all the collabs, it's honestly amazing. It is honestly amazing. After not playing the game for actually years and seeing all this stuff on here, it's pretty cool. Seeing Darth Vader, Dragon Ball, the Destiny guy. I don't play Destiny. I don't know anything about Dragon Ball. There was freaking, my friend Sean told me that there was Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead. All these things. That's pretty amazing to me. Something I'm on the fence about, like, for a game like this, it's cool to see. Do I want every game like that? Obviously no. If Warzone put freaking Snoop Dogg in, for example, would I feel weird about it? A little bit, I guess it's cool. But it's just some games you don't want that. Some games it's cool. And I think this is definitely one of those games where it's kind of cool. And yes, I know, Snoop Dogg was put in Call of Duty. But if they put SpongeBob in it, would that be cool? No. I don't think SpongeBob would really work for Fortnite either, obviously. It's like a different character model. Anyways, we actually managed to pull off the dub in this game. It was pretty cool. It was not a really high-octane game, but we did pull off a win, which is neat. When was the last time I pulled off a win in any other Battle Royale? I don't know. Probably playing comp Apex with Lucas, but that game is way sweatier. Or at least the lobbies I'm getting into now weren't. Maybe there's bots, maybe there's not. Again, don't know these things. Have to give it a bigger sample size. So maybe I'm saying I'll play more Fortnite. Who knows? But if you know me, you know my bread and butter is Call of Duty, so that's probably where I'll be staying for the majority of time. Or, I don't know, anytime soon. I'm looking forward to Call of Duty. I'm looking forward to Overwatch 2. Be realistic, I don't see Fortnite in the rotation outside of the next month or two. Maybe in like 6 it might come back. But maybe I'll be on to something else. You never know. With that being said, I appreciate y'all for listening, rambling with Jibbston. And I will see you next time on a basic gameplay commentary. Like the video if you're still here, subscribe. I'll see you next time if I make another video. Bye bye.